There was I can't remember the comedian, man. There was one crazy funny guy, and he was so funny.
Who was that? What, in America?
Yeah. Oh God. It will come back to me.
Yeah, but like, yeah. So in general, I stick to the theme, and then obviously I won my set because it was like me against the African brother, and it was like back and forth thing. So, well, he did his set first, then I did my set, and then they had to judge. You know what I mean? I won by a landslide. So even he said like, yeah, because I was just basically just hitting points. You see what I mean? And it's all like they get it because it's comedy, and I don't mean it because I love. Huh?
What was he on? What did he fail on? What was he like?
He wasn't really sticking. He's good. He's a good comedian, but he wasn't sticking to some of the subjects. Like some of the subjects, he started talking about dating women.
It's made it all
and
about
I was
himself.
like, yeah, I was like, nah, I'm going into rinse your country. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's Wahala. Like you have to. I'm not going into lose.
You think that was like a white flag? Like, you know, like, yeah, them ones like,
nah,
I'm going to talk about women. Let me not go too hard on you.
Some comedians are more savage than others. Some comedians like to be nice. Like one guy, Roman Harris, I was giving him jokes to say about like, because he was up against another African guy. And I was like, this is what you say about them. He's like, I don't know if I can do that. Whereas me, I'm like, nah. So it's either it depends on how savage you're. Like Kane, he's savage as fuck. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Slim is in the middle somewhere. Like Richard Blackwood, he's like more like an all-rounder. You see what I mean? So
Axel's funny as well.
Yeah, Axel's funny as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like Junior Booker is good as well. So we got like good comedians on that circuit, and then to cross over to the white circuit, you got to do jokes that you think that you can still be yourself though. That's the thing, because a lot of black comedians starting out, they think, oh, I can't do white circuit because I can't be myself. But you can be yourself because that's what they want to see. They want to see the authenticity.
Exactly.
Like, and I look at it for myself, because if I sit down and I watch like let's say an Indian guy comes up, I don't want to hear him sounding like an English man. I want to hear him give me his background and talk about what goes on with
like
the Indian families.
The
Indian, who's that? Which one's that?
The one on telly, there's an Indian guy, but he's got a funny eye. Sometimes he even does Anne Robinson's old job. You know
I don't know.
Do you know this comedian? That might even be his name, but he goes at his people all the time. He always talks about.
Is it? I don't really watch him.
I don't think he's funny.
We're talking about he's that dark skinned Asian.
Yeah, it must be him.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, I know what he's saying. He
always gets down his people, but his eyes doing madness. There's
Paul Chowdhury, Romesh, and then there's the other guy, Mo Bean.
You see the comedian. So what do you? The comedians I sort of watch is there was one with like British humour. Like when they're roasting each other. Someone could be disabled. Someone, you know what? I forgot what it's called, but it's roasting, peak roasting.
Oh, like what's his name? Andy.
They're white people.
Alan Carr. And they judge this thing where they're roasting.
And then they'll just like two people could be disabled, but they let you know we could joke about anything. They're saying anything. They make me know that I'm not going that hard when people get at me, because they're always my reference. Look how they're joking.
Majority of things you can say about people, but you just got to know how to say it. So I would talk about like, I like a disabled thing. You know what I mean? Just roll that in the disabled toilets. You get me? Put that in her railings and put some life into her legs.
Oh my
and
God.
they die because it's
dark humour. That's what I'm doing.
You know what I mean?
Some people get at me, but I'm into all that dark humour. That's what I find funny.
Yeah, I like dark
you're
humour.
being real. You're not even to joking. There's no barriers, isn't it?
Yeah, that's your way.
Don't you remember the old school white man that used to be racist and joke? Like,
there's mad.
Their jokes was towards
Ricky Gervais is dark humour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he can get away with it because he's got white privilege.
Man, though, the old school white man.
But don't you think that the jokes are funnier though when you can talk
not
on
Jack D.
Oh.
Is he English or American?
Keep on watching what you can joke on. It's like you lose it a bit.
Yeah, he was funny.
Authenticity always shines through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got to be like almost true to yourself, I think, with the comedy game. But I think I got around like in the comedy world quite quickly. Like,
where do you view like people like Dizzle the comedian and like the road? I don't want to say.
Question.
I don't want to say
like he's got something to say.
Roadman, because the people that you're naming to me, like Richard Blackwood, these type of guys, they're my age group. They're blown and they've done their thing. So
Blackwood ain't our age group.
In my age
Older
group.
than us.
No, but
Don't ever try and
Richard
talk.
Black was
Yeah,
52.
don't talk for yourself.
Talk
Richard's
for yourself.
52.
You
He's
always
52.
change the
You
meaning
look
of
good for
what
his
I'm
look
age,
good,
but
he look
talk
good.
for
You
yourself,
always
bruv.
change the meaning of what I'm saying. I mean, he's
He's our
our
age
age group of comedian.
That we grew up
Like,
looking and watching.
Right. I didn't say
Okay.
he's the same age as us. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying comedian. Until those comedians, they would have, like, I grew up like in Living Colour.
I love that, In
Yeah,
Living
black
Colour,
comedy.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah, that was sick,
comedy.
that
Yeah,
was
you know what I
funny,
mean?
yeah.
And Desmond, these
Yeah.
type
They
of
got
things.
what's his name as well on the Real McCoy.
Real
I
McCoy,
used to love
name?
Felix
Curtis.
Dexter. Felix
Felix
Dexter.
Dexter.
Desmond.
Don't
Yeah,
play
That's
with
where I,
Felix
you
Dexter,
see
one
my
of
see like so I grew up, yeah, my favorite comedians that I used to like was inspired by was Eddie Murphy. And then when it came to England, it was Richard Blackwood and Felix Dexter. Because Richard Black was the first black man on TV that looked like relatable to us, and he was funny, and he had all these shows, and I was like, nah, that's what. Do you get what I'm saying? I was like the first person. I said, yeah, in the entertainment, I want to aspire to that. And he had tunes and everything. He was making it. So it was him. And Felix Dexter was the man that did bare characters on Real
Yeah,
McCoy.
yeah.
So that's where I used to love doing characters just because of him.
The two women that was on that
Do you know what I mean?
was really good.
But
That's that level, yeah. We
Yeah.
all know that level is
Yeah.
bait to us, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But then there was a time period
Where
where
there's-
I didn't really like see too much comedy going in. Yeah, and then there was a time period. So I know even people like Cat Nicholas.
Yeah, Cat. Oh, Cat like Cat B.
Yeah,
Like-
that little short
Yeah, yeah,
Cat.
yeah.
where He's from my. So
Yeah, I was
I-
on stage with him the other day.
yeah, this is my people and that type of thing. So
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
but then after that period, there's another like I wouldn't call them the Buckies because they're all the same age group, but they came after the people that like I call it Dizzle the comedian, these type of people. I wouldn't. Lippy says he's not a comedian, but that's how I know him. World Boss. These type of. Do you even see those
All right,
type
now
of?
for me,
Go back to Dizzle the comedian,
Yeah.
because that's when his face changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was acting
That's
like
your
what I
guy,
wanna know
man.
about
No, but they're
to
acting
be
like you
fair.
don't know comedians on that type of level. So I'm just letting you know how do you feel about
all right,
those
now,
type of guys?
I'll just say, yeah, for me, a comedian is a comedian, personally, yeah, and I respect that they.
You're saying they're YouTube comedians.
So
You
a
talk,
comedian ain't a
but don't be
comedian.
scared.
A comedian ain't a comedian until you do stand up.
Stand up, okay.
You can say you're an influencer or a content creator, but you ain't a comedian.
Okay.
Comedian is when you actually get on the stage and make people
And
laugh.
share.
So you're saying
Because
them man ain't comedians.
you have
So
to make
Dizzle's
it.
done stand up.
There's
So if
man
you
that
ain't
there's
done
man that
stand-up.
are funny.
Yeah, Dizzle's done stand
There's
up.
man that are funny, but they've never brought it to the stage. So I rate your content work, but I can't call you a comedian because you ain't on the stage.
Yeah.
That's the
You ain't
way
where I am.
Yeah,
You ain't in the field.
You have to learn
You practice
to
to
have
get
a
in
bad
the
show.
field.